You know, there are rules, and it pays if we follow the rules. Sometimes we feel like, well, but if the rules are inconvenient, or I don't like the rules, and so we'd like to make exceptions for ourselves to the rules. But it is best to just follow the rules. When we first moved to Canada, I had a neighbor man who kind of made his own rules about hunting. In the fall, I came home one day and he was came walking in and he had some rough grouse in his hand that he had shot and it was early in September and I told him, I said, oh, I didn't know that grouse season was open. I thought grouse season opens on the 15th of September. He said, oh, it does, but he said if you wait till the season opens, the best ones are gone. You got to get out early and get some before the season starts. So okay, well, that's I guess that's his philosophy. And then later on, or earlier in the summer, actually, he had been shooting bear, and I was asking him, um, like, is bear season open? No, not yet. But he said I'm shooting them for crop damage. They're getting in the oats fields around here, and so I'm shooting them for crop damage. And that particular year, there was a large black bear that was hanging around the dump, and it was kind of a cinnamon colored bear. It was brown. It wasn't a brown bear. It was a black bear, but it had more of a cinnamon color, and it was big. It was a really big bear, and people were going to the dump just to see it because it was a big bear, and so it was kind of known that this cinnamon colored bear was around. And so one day I came home and I saw he was butchering on the back of his half-ton truck, and so I thought, well, maybe he got a half a beef or something, and so it looked pretty big. So I went down there and asked him, "Did you get some beef?" No, no, he said, "This is a bear." And I said, "That's a big bear." Yeah, he said, "It's that cinnamon-colored bear that was hanging around the dump, and I shot it." Well, after a while, another one of his friends came and was talking to him, and they said, "Did you shoot that cinnamon-colored bear that was at the dump?" And he said, "Yeah, he did." And his friend said, "You're going to get in trouble." He said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, a cinnamon-colored bear is protected." And he said, "Well, who protects them?" His friend said, "The Ministry of Natural Resources protects them." He said, "Well, they weren't doing a very good job because when I shot him, he went down just like any other bear." Um, but afterwards, I did notice that he took the hide and the head and everything, and he dug a big hole out in the field and he buried everything. So I think he was a little worried. But he made his own rules about hunting, and the person that makes their own rules eventually tends to get into trouble because rules are there for a reason, and it's best to follow the rules.